And how was your week, Espoir?
Oh, it was fine, school, work, necklace that I can't get off. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I will be playing a game called Yandere Love, Chains of Fate. Says it right on the tin there. Yandere. Know what you're getting in for. So this is actually a demo. I don't know if the full game is out, but I will leave a link in the description to the itch.io page, where you can check out the game there and see if there's more to it. But I believe we'll only be meeting one of these fellows here. This is the Damien demo. So let's do it. What's your name, darling? Right off the bat. My name is Espoir. It means hope in French. The Stalker. Kinda always getting stalkery visual novel boyfriends, but then again, I am kinda seeking them out because I kinda like that sort of thing. I just want to be loved, obsessively, by a fictional character. Stalking is not cool. It's a normal, busy day at the diner where I work. Gorgeous. I'm a waitress here at Norman's Diner. I only work part-time so that I can make ends meet while I go to school. It's not the best paying job, but it was already hard enough to find employment that would work with my hours. Norman's is a 24-hour diner near downtown where all the clubs and bars are, so we typically get a pretty good flow of customers. It also means that we sometimes get very interesting characters, like the man who's just been seated in my area, again. I see him every week on Sunday mornings like clockwork. He comes in at 11 o'clock sharp, sits at the same table every time, although I don't know how he manages that, and orders the same thing. I know his order by heart now: the breakfast special with eggs over easy, 4 pieces of crispy bacon, 2 sausage links, hash browns, and 2 slices of Texas toast. Oh man, now I'm hungry. The man himself isn't necessarily weird. He's polite enough, doesn't make much small talk, and isn't interested in friendly conversation, though he does tip well. He dresses nicely, has an air of superiority about him, and always looks out of place with his appearance of wealth when he sits on the green vinyl benches we provide. But he is a little strange. Show me the man! I wish to see the man! It's the staring. Despite a relaxed demeanor, his eyes are always moving, following, appraising. Me? Oh no. Like he's attuned to my presence. I can feel him watching me for the entire time that I'm within his line of sight. He's never said anything to me, never asked for my phone number or been inappropriate, but, well, it makes me a little uncomfortable. Even though he's handsome, how could it not? However, no matter how uncomfortable I am with his staring, it's not like I feel threatened or anything. Maybe he's shy, maybe he's super socially awkward. All I really know is that he stares, doesn't really talk, and always looks like a model in the clothes he wears. Hey, Espoir, you better hurry before these plates get cold. I'm startled out of my thoughts on my strange customer and hurry to go grab the order for another table. It's always busy here, and I should know better than to space out like that. Gomenasai! I get my table settled with their food, and finally, it's time. I have to go take my stalker's order, even though I already know it. Shelley says that he's harmless, and I agree. After all, it's been months since he first started coming in, and nothing bad has happened to me. He's just scoping you out, that's why. He's just a normal regular who likes to stare, and a customer is a customer. I need this job more than I'm worried about a guy who can't keep his eyes to himself. I approach him, putting on my best customer service smile. Goodness, he does look like a model. Hi, welcome back. Will it be your usual today? That's my service voice. That's my phone voice there. Yeah.
Not today.
I can't help but raise my eyebrows. In all the time he's come here, he's never ordered anything different. Still, other than that, I don't show my surprise. Really? Ready to try something new? I can't help that it sounds like I'm teasing him. It comes naturally to be friendly and inquisitive. Customer service requires a certain amount of extroversion that I've adapted to well. I'm a naturally friendly person anyways, and I do enjoy my job, especially when dealing with friendly customers.
I am.
There's an odd pause as I wait for him to continue, but he doesn't, so I break the silence first. So what can I get you? The man's expression softens suddenly. I've never seen him looking anything but serious and cold, so it startles me.
What would you recommend?
That takes me by surprise. I'm caught on my back foot. Already this conversation is longer than any I've ever had with him before. I love all the flowers and the plants and stuff anywhere. This person, whoever made this game, loves roses as much as I do. Well, we have a lot of good food. What are you in the mood for? To my bafflement, he doesn't make my job any easier.
Whatever you think is best.
I quickly review my limited knowledge of him to figure out something he might like. It's my job to make sure he enjoys his meal, and I feel oddly determined to make the right choice. What would he like the most? Let's see. What was that before? Eggs over easy, Texas toast? Or maybe something sweet. Yeah, let's go for this. Normally I do this, but I think maybe something sweet. Something different. Yeah. What do you think of crepes? Our strawberry cheesecake crepes are the best in town. Oh my gosh, strawberry cheesecake crepes? Ooh. Wait, I'm supposed to be playing a game, yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
The man clearly doesn't like my answer at all. Aww. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Delete the game. Close the window. We've made him mad.
I've changed my mind. Get me my usual.
I feel like I've just failed an important test, but don't understand what it was, or what the stakes were. Instead, I quickly jot down the order. I'll be right back with that. Here, let me just reverse time and just... whatever. It doesn't take too long for his food to come out, and I hurry to serve him before bustling off with my other tables. When I come back, he's waiting for me with an empty plate.
The food was excellent, as always.
Thinking of my blunder, why on earth had I thought he'd like something sweet? I nod gratefully. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I blush and fiddle with the bill in my hands. Well, here's the check. The man suddenly holds out his hand.
My name is Damien.
Manly man. I can't help but remember how he's been essentially stalking me at my place of work for the past several months. Why speak up now? He never has before. Still, it's only polite. My name is Espoir. It's nice to meet you. I take his hand, but instead of shaking it, he brings my hand up and brushes his lips against my knuckles. Sir.
A pleasure, Espoir.
Espoir, is that French? Yeah. Are you French? No. Then why, it's a long story. I don't know how to deal with a man kissing my hand at the start. What on earth? He's got me tongue-tied. He then takes the check from me and nods. Have a good day. I'm still blushing like a tomato as he walks towards the checkout counter. I'm glad I can escape his, Damien's, present without having to talk to him anymore. He really flustered me. Fortunately, the rest of my shift goes well, and time seems to fly by. I'm excited to get home, get off my feet, and relax with some TV. Oh dear, the gift. It's such a relief to finally be getting home. Today was a long day. After Damien left, I was really off kilter for a little while. I got back to normal quickly enough, but not before my boss told me off for being scatterbrained. I was just daydreaming a little bit. I can't help but feel a little uncomfortable with him now, and the thought of seeing him again next Sunday makes me uneasy. It's probably not a big deal, I know. He just asks for my opinion, like many customers often do, and introduce himself. There's no reason for me to feel wary, and yet I do. But I just can't shake this feeling of foreboding that settled on my shoulders from the moment he kissed my hand. It was such an awkward thing to do, but he actually acted so naturally that no one even batted an eye. My face gets warm again just thinking about what people must have thought. They must have thought that girl's pretty lucky. I'm distracted as I walk up to my front door, so I don't even notice what's there right away. Lying up against my door are a bouquet of flowers and a package. I haven't ordered anything, and today isn't a special occasion, so I have no idea what's in the box or who the flowers are from. Oh, gee, I wonder where they could be from. I wonder who could have brought me these flowers. Even though it looks like someone just got me something really nice for no reason, I can't help but hesitate to bring it inside. Not thinking too much about it, I pick up the flowers and package and take them inside with me. That's a cozy house. I put the flowers, they're my favorite kind, which is a bit odd for someone to know, in a vase on my dining room table, adding some water to it to keep them alive longer before going to my bedroom. After opening the package, I found that the interior is covered in protective plastic. I look inside, pulling out a bubble wrap holding the gift. I gasp as I see a jewelry box, and the brand name on it. Whatever this is, it's from one of the most expensive jewelry stores in the city. Who could have gotten this for me? Nobody I know has this kind of money, ruling out any family or friends, and it was left on my doorstep, which means that someone I don't know knows where I live. Further inspection of the box shows that it wasn't posted through the mail, but rather hand-delivered. Ooh, that's unsettling. That's even just like the cherry on top of the creepy sundae. Creepy Sunday. I hesitate to open the gold box. Maybe the person got the wrong address. That certainly makes more sense than a stranger getting me something like this out of nowhere. Still, curiosity wins out. They'll never know if I open it first. Just to check, right? I ignore the warning bells going off in my head, perhaps foolishly, but I can't help myself. It's been a weird kind of day. First, my stoic, silent customer finally starts talking to me, then these strange gifts. It's enough to make any girl tired. Putting my good sense aside, I open the box carefully, and inside is one of the most expensive chokers I've ever seen. It's beautiful, exquisite. It's understated, but that's real gold, and those are real diamonds. It looks like it'll fit perfectly if I put it on. That's the kind of thing that's usually cursed right there. That's how you get a cursed amulet or something. That's cursed. You put it on, you never take it off. Cursed. Part of me really wants to put it on right now, this instant. It's such a fine piece of work, but it could easily get stolen, and seems like the casual kind of display of wealth that might get me mugged. Another part of me wants to keep it, but keep it in my house, safe, and only take it out for special occasions. Not that I have many of those, and especially not that would require something this nice. Is it gonna make me choose? It's gonna make me choose, isn't it? And then there's the part that is suspicious of this seemingly innocent, if lavish, gift. It might make more sense to get rid of it. I don't think I could bring myself to put it in the trash, though. It's far too nice to that. No, of course not. Instead, I'll have to go to the front desk and see if anyone is missing their delivery. Standing there, looking at the choker, and watching it glimmer in the yellow lighting, I try to decide what to do. I knew it! Let's see, tampering with mail is a felony, and this is probably not meant for me. I'd better get it returned to the right person. I'm going to keep it, but I don't want to flaunt wealth I don't have, so I'll keep it tucked away in my bedroom where it'll be safe. I doubt a delivery person would mess up this badly. I'm going to put it on right now. I don't want to seem ungrateful to whoever gave it to me. I mean, it was on my door, finders keepers, it was given, but I'm gonna put it on. Put it on! I carefully remove the choker all the way and then put it around my neck. I struggle for a moment to get the clasp right, but once it clicks together, it stays on firmly. I go to the bathroom to survey myself in my mirror, and wow, I look good with this on. It goes really well with my complexion, but is understated enough to not look as ostentatious. I know that word, I know words, as I'd imagined. But it's not something to wear around the house, so I go to take it off. And can't. Cursed! I knew it! I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it! It won't come off. Whatever device I had used to put it on before almost seems to have disappeared. Pulling the choker around to see what exactly is going on, I realize that where the two ends joined, there's a lock that covers it. Oh! Oh no. Essentially, it'll take someone with a key to open it, and I don't have that. I checked the box it came in, and there was nothing else there. I take a deep breath in, then out, and repeat. It's almost impossible not to start panicking. I definitely should not have ignored my instincts. What can I say? I'm a dummy. Did the person who sent this know what they were sending me? Is this somehow malicious? I can't help but want to think that maybe it was an innocent mistake. It'll be terrible if I end up having to cut it off, but I finally calmed down when I realized that even if the locking device is weird, it's not like there's anything actually wrong with the choker itself. I'm still uneasy about the whole thing, but I feel a bit better, and I'm able to make dinner and settle in to do my homework. The necklace. The next day goes well without any further gifts or weirdness. Still, I'm a little hesitant to see Damien again, as I assume I will on Sunday morning. I show up to work bright and early. Shelley, one of my co-workers, is already clocked in, and she greets me warmly. Wow, look at you! That's a gorgeous necklace. I blush and finger it. I still haven't been able to get it off, despite my best efforts. Still, it looks so nice that I've gotten over my alarm and have decided that at least this way no one can steal it from me. Thanks, it looks really good, doesn't it? It sure does. She winks. But it looks expensive. I bet it costs more than a year's worth of rent for me. Are you holding out on me? Do you have some secret rich boyfriend? Oh, maybe. he might be a stalker. I know she's teasing, but her words bring to mind the fact that I do have a secret admirer who certainly does appear to be wealthy. It was a gift. I have no idea who from, though. Shelley gasps, and then grins widely. Oh man, I'm so jealous. A rich guy secretly pining after you? It's so romantic. I shrug uncomfortably. It doesn't feel as romantic as Shelley's making it out to be. Even though I'm enjoying my gift, it makes me a little uneasy that I don't know who it's from. Hey ladies, these tables aren't going to serve themselves. I mean, maybe they could, and that would be really weird. And that would be like a really weird universe to live in if tables could serve themselves. You know, like sentient tables. But, yeah. What? I'm sorry. Our manager, Rick, calls out from the kitchen, apparently seeing us chatting away and not working. We grin sheepishly and hurry to the back to work. Sunday mornings are always pretty busy. I forget about Damien and the choker with all the hubbub, and it's only when he shows up at 9, impeccably dressed and looking handsome as usual, that I remember. It's with a wary sort of warmth that I approach him. It only feels right to be a bit familiar after our introduction last week. My discomfort isn't a priority. It's maintaining good customer service. Damien, good to see you back. How's your week been? He looks at me with an expression of skeptical surprise. It's been... His gaze isn't meeting mine. Instead, he's looking lower, at my neck. He's looking at the choker, I realize. Very satisfying. His eyes lift to meet mine again. And how was your week, Espoir? Oh, it was fine, you know, school, work, necklace that I can't get off. The usual. I feel kind of flattered that he's taking such an interest in me, stalker or not. I can't deny that he's an attractive man. Between his normal reticent silence and my wariness of his repeat visits, I've never really given it any thought, though now it's sticking like a burr. Just the usual? The way he says it makes it a leading statement, and I wonder for a moment if he knows something I don't. The way he was looking at my neck, I realize he must have noticed the choker. If he really is stalking me, wouldn't he be a bit jealous of someone else's gift, especially since I'm wearing it? Well, I reach up and toy with the choker absent-mindedly. I did get a surprise gift last weekend. It looks nice, doesn't it? It looks nice. You wouldn't happen to know how to get it off, would you? It truly does. He looks so smug, so satisfied that for a moment I wonder, is Damien behind the gift? Is he the one who gave it to me? Does he know where I live? And suddenly the question is on the tip of my tongue. Ask him teasingly if he knows something I don't. This is really bold of me, but I have to know. Ask him if he's the sender. I'm too nervous. I can't bring myself to ask it despite my curiosity. No. You. Did you send this to me? Did you know what this is gonna do? Do you have the key? There's a moment where our eyes meet, and it feels like he's looking into my soul. But he just keeps looking at me, saying nothing, with only a mysterious smile on his face. Finally, I give up. He's obviously not going to give me an answer. Sorry. That was awkward of me. I quickly changed the subject. I've been lingering at his table for too long. Anyway. No, I've been lingering at his table for too long anyway. So, the usual? Damien nods, still smiling mysteriously and softly. That's fine. I grin, enthusiastically, but feel that my cheeks are hot. I'm so embarrassed. How could I harass a customer like that? Rick would have my head. I'll have that right now for you. I quickly make my way to the kitchen to turn in his order. The encounter. What happened with Damien hangs like some kind of rain cloud over the rest of the week. Embarrassment clings to me from seeing Damien and that awful conversation. It wasn't that bad. Even though he wouldn't say he was the one who gave it to me, after a lot of thought I've decided he must have something to do with it. I don't have any proof though, and I've humiliated myself enough. Thoughts about Damien and the choker cycle through my mind, unbidden, like they have been all week. I think about how he's been staring at me for months now. At first, when Shelley called him my stalker, I thought that she was overacting and took it as more of like a joke, even though after a while I started thinking the same thing myself. But nothing ever came of it, and so I was never really worried. Then he started stalking me, and then the flowers, and the choker. The choker I can't take off! The thing is, any evidence I have about Damien being a real threat is circumstantial, and I'm hesitant to call him anything of the kind even now. It's never seemed like it, but he could be shy or something. He could just be that socially awkward, like I considered at first. It seems like he has a lot of money from the way he dresses, so even if the choker is from him, it could be a weird way of showing affection. He might not be able to express it very well. Then again, he wouldn't admit to it when I asked. That's odd if he's using it to make a move of some kind. There's also the chance that he really is a stalker, the way Shelley had said. I wonder if I should be worried. But, and it may sound stupid, I still don't really feel threatened by him, regardless of what he is. Uncomfortable, yes. A little weirded out, absolutely, but afraid of him, not at all. Still, part of me is dreading going to work on Sunday and seeing him. Something's changed between us. Something I can't see or define, but know it's there anyways. My thoughts keep conflicting with each other, and I want to keep thinking about this until I can unravel the mess in my head despite not making any progress over the last week. I'm so confused. I don't really know what to think. But, right now, it's Saturday, and I'm going to meet my friend for a night out of town. It's been too long since I've really let loose. The choker is a comforting weight against my neck, and I've taken to fiddling with it when I'm bored or nervous. No matter who gave it to me, Damien or some stranger, and the circumstances surrounding it, I really appreciate the gift. I do wonder what the catch is. There's always a catch to good things. But since there's nothing I can do, it's just one more thing to conflict my thoughts, so I'm trying not to think about it. Either way, it's time to get going. I take one last look at my mirror to make sure I'm ready. Seeing my makeup look flawless and my clothes immaculate, I leave my apartment and head for the bus stop. Hey, look who's finally taken a break from life to hang out with her friend. I'm not that much of a workaholic, Kaylee. It's nice to see her. She's one of my best friends, and it feels like we've been through everything together. Childhood, her parents' divorce, high school, and now college and adulthood. I couldn't ask for a better friend. So, where do you want to start? We're at one of the most popular nightclubs in town. On a Saturday night like this one, it's packed with people, and it takes a while to reach the counter and get our drinks. We order shots to get the night started, and then go to the dance floor. We both can hold our liquor pretty well, so we're not sloppy drunks, but Kaylee's a bit ahead of me with all the drinks various cute guys have brought her. I'm no ugly duckling myself, but Kaylee has a sort of charisma that just draws people in. She's a real queen bee, so to speak, so she's never cruel or malicious. Her confidence outmatches mine by a lot. I'm not necessarily a wallflower, but I can't just flirt from person to person, making small talk and new friends as easily as breathing, like Kaylee does. Kaylee nudges me, interrupting my thoughts. You want to grab more drinks? She has to speak loudly over the beat. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to grab more drinks? I turn to her and nod, but I've got pretty good buzz and don't want to ruin it by overindulging. A nice cold water would be good, though. We step up to the bar, and while we're waiting for the bartender to come our way, a guy starts chatting Kaylee up almost immediately. Kaylee seems interested in him, distinctly more so than the others so far, so after we get our orders, I decide to go find somewhere to sit for a bit. My heels are starting to hurt, and I could use some time off my feet. I find a table for two, and all but slump into the cushioned metal chair. I sigh and gulp my water down. I hadn't realized how thirsty I was until I put the glass to my lips. Strange customer. Oh gee, I wonder who it could be. Espoir? A somewhat familiar voice saying my name makes me look up, and then... Oh, hello. Damien? I'm shocked. I would never have expected to see someone like him in a place like this. He dresses too well, and he definitely doesn't give off the aura of a partier. Still, he's holding a glass of what looks like whiskey straight, and wearing much more casual clothing than I'm used to seeing on him. What are you doing here? I blurred out and realized how rude it sounds only a second after it's out of my mouth. However, Damien doesn't seem to be offended. The same as you are, I suppose. I nod dumbly. I see you decided to wear your gift. My embarrassment from our last interaction comes roaring back, and I blush. Yeah, it seemed too nice to just leave alone, you know? It's not like I can't get it off or anything. I'm glad. It looks good on you. There's a brief, awkward pause, at least on my end, before I come back to the present. Oh, would you like to sit here, next to me? Real close?
That would be lovely.
As he takes a seat across from me, I wonder at the chances of us meeting up in such a big city. It seems unlikely to me. I'm not going to say my thoughts aloud, though. I'd sound paranoid. Hey, are you stalking me? I sip at my water, not really knowing what to say. I don't know Damien, despite having seen him every Sunday for months. He never seemed open to conversation before 2 Sundays ago. So now that I'm faced with him alone and without a conversation starter, I'm lost. Finally, do you come here often? Damien's gaze turns to me, and I feel like I'm a bug under a microscope.
No, this was a bit of an experiment.
I desperately want to know how going clubbing could in any way be an experiment. What's your hypothesis, then? He looks at me, eyes intense, before smirking.
That's a secret.
He seems so calm and unflappable while saying it, even as he shuts down my attempt to start a conversation, that I get a little flustered.
Well, are you here with anyone, or did you come out by yourself?
I relax at his question. I don't really want to just sit here in relative awkward silence with a somewhat familiar acquaintance. I'd come here for a break. I'm with a friend. She's somewhere around here getting hit on by a cute guy. Damien's expression darkens for the slightest second before relaxing. What you narrowing your eyes for?
It's dangerous to be alone in places like these. There are many who would take advantage of a single drunk young woman.
Well, that's kind of insulting. Even if there's some truth to it. I'm not drunk, just a bit tipsy. Trust me, I can rely on Kaylee. Kaylee? Kaylee? And she's gone. To make my point clear, I turn in my seat to point at my friend. I don't know why I feel compelled to give him proof, but maybe it's because a lot of what he said was true, and I don't actually want to be left alone either. But I don't see her anywhere. Oh crap, she is gone. Oh no!
Is something wrong?
I don't think so. I just can't seem to find my friend that I was just talking about. Gosh dang it, Kaylee, how could you do this to me? How could you do this to me?
Would you like some help in tracking her down?
Maybe, in a bit. If she doesn't show up soon, I don't want her wandering off by herself for too long.
A reasonable desire.
Did you come with anyone?
No. Fortunately, I am not considered an easy target by unscrumptious men.
I laugh a little at that. That's an understatement. This guy is a boss level when it comes to trying to flirt with him. No, I guess you're not. So you just come to a nightclub to dance?
Do I look like I can dance?
Damien laughs like I said something funny. Smile. That smile's gonna kill me. Looking at him, I can see why. He's not dressed for dancing, but I can easily see him picking up any girl he'd like. Like me? The thought makes me a little uncomfortable, especially with the way he's been watching me at the diner. Scratch that. The way he's looking at me now. So, if you're not here to dance, why are you here?
Truthfully, I want to socialize. My work means I spend most of my time giving orders and managing others. In an environment such as this, I can meet with equals.
Alright. So what exactly do you do? There's a brief pause before Damien continues.
I trust you won't go spreading this around. I enjoy my anonymity. Anonymity. Anonymity.
I am the storm that is approaching.
I'm the CEO of Allmart. Allmart. I can't help the involuntary gasp that comes immediately after his statement. Allmart is the #1 grocery chain in the world. It has cheap prices, a wide variety of stock, the freshest produce, and lots of name brands. You can get clothes, electronics, furnitures there too. Like its name implies, it has all of everything. I am now unnerved. I've treated him like a normal person this whole time. More than that, I've made the absolutely ridiculous assumption that he could have given me the choker and flowers. I wonder what such an affluent upper-class man is doing spending time at Norman's Diner in the first place. No wonder he'd look so out of place. With the quality of his clothes, he belongs at a gala or a charity fundraiser, not a diner like mine or even at this nightclub. Why isn't he sitting in the VIP section? Damien seems to read my thoughts. Like I said, I appreciate anonymity. Telling the world who I am would result in paparazzi and special treatment. I do not particularly want that following me everywhere.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
It does, to a certain degree. I can't imagine being followed around just for pictures, nor do I think I would like to always be treated differently from others. Still, it doesn't entirely sit right with me. Like, it's not the whole truth. Think about how you would have treated me had you known who I was. It wouldn't be anything like our past interactions, would it? Well, he's definitely right about that. I still don't know how I feel about the way I've treated him, but I won't be forgetting this information anytime soon. If I start acting differently towards him, will that drive him away from the diner after all? No, it wouldn't, honestly. I don't really know what to think about this. Please, don't let it bother you. I've enjoyed spending the little time I have with you. There's no mistaking his words, I realize all of a sudden. The months of showing up every Sunday, always in my section, the way he would watch me, the kiss on my knuckles when he met me, the compliments he paid me about being pretty. It's clear now what he wants. For some outrageous reason, Damien wants me. Me! A normal little possum girl struggling to pay the bills between his college and rent with ever-growing student loans, working part-time at a diner that barely covers my costs. Me! He wants me? I would like to get to know you better. You're an intelligent girl. I'm sure you know by now that I'm interested in you. Oh boy, he's right. He's made it fairly obvious, but between meeting him at my job and him being the CEO of Allmart, this could get messy. If I offend him, he could ruin my life. Easily. Sure, I've noticed that he's handsome. He seems nice enough, although cold and stoic. He's only started to be more expressive recently. I wonder if that's him letting his guard down so I would somehow know I'm special. I didn't realize it before, but that seems to be the case. I don't know what changed on that Sunday when he introduced himself, but it feels like this is happening really fast. I have to ask myself, am I interested in him too, or is this too much? I think I like him too. I wouldn't mind getting to know him. Absolutely. Why is this even a choice? I don't dislike him, but I don't want to move things too fast either. Or, I don't know what to think, but what I do know is that I'm not into him the way he's into me. Yeah, I like him. I'm a little nervous being so bold, but I speak my truth. I would like to get to know you better, too. I'm glad, now that we're in agreement. Would you like me to buy you a drink? He pauses. I didn't want to be presumptuous by asking earlier. Of course, it seems it wouldn't have been too presumptuous after all. It's been a bit since I last had a drink and my buzz is fading. I smile at him, gratefully. That sounds great. I could use a little extra booze now. Damien seems amused and stands up. I'll be right back. Better not put nothing in my drink. Better not put nothing in my drink, fool! Better not put nothing in my drink! As he heads towards the bar, I watch as the crowd seems to instinctively shift around him, clearing a path. I'm not sure if it's his natural confidence or the cold look he genuinely has on his face, but he doesn't meet any resistance making it to the bar. It's probably because that dude looks like his face is made of stone, and that people are like, whoa. While he's there, I scan the crowds for Kaylee, but don't find her anywhere. It's okay for now, I'm not planning on going home. I'm excited. It's been a long time since I had a boyfriend, or even time for a relationship. Part of me is worried I still don't have time, but I think I want to make this work. Not 5 minutes later, Damien is back, holding my favorite drink. Wow, how'd you know this? How did you know this is my favorite? It was a lucky guess. I'm glad you like it. Not wanting to get buzzed too fast, I sip at my drink, savoring it as we continue to talk. Hey, this tastes like that thing that they put in drinks that makes people pass out and stuff. The conversation flows smoothly, and soon we're talking about more serious matters. My goal recently has been to fund solar technology via one of our subsidiaries to reduce the corporation's carbon footprint. I can't give any details, but I believe it's coming along nicely. I laugh. Yuck, you talk real smart. I like you. Like I could do anything with the details, really. You could always report it to the press. I hear they pay nicely. You shouldn't tell me that. Now you're giving me ideas. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. As long as this doesn't go too bad, and it probably will. Oh wait, what's this game called? Damien laughs, catching the joke. Still, I wonder at even the meager trust he's given me. How does he know that I wouldn't go to the press with even the smallest bit of information? I laugh too, but as I do, my head starts spinning a little bit. Uh-oh. I feel dizzy, and a bit more drunk than what I've had should be making me. Oh no! As the time passes, my words start to slur and I get dizzier and dizzier until I start swaying off the chair. I don't feel well at all. This is not a good buzz. I'm not feeling very good. I gotta find Kaylee. Go home. I haven't seen her. I'd go look for her, but I don't want to leave you alone like this. It's fine. I'm okay. What? No, you're not. Let me take you home. That's okay. Don't be stubborn. You're in no state to wander around on your own. Here. Damien comes and hoists me up. His hands are warm, even with the humidity and heat of the club. I sway in his firm grasp as he lifts me to standing and then wraps an arm around my shoulders. Come along. Everything will be fine. I don't know. Did Kaylee? She'll be fine. She's been taken care of. Hey, you're not a Yandere, are you? This game isn't called Yandere something, is it? Because if it is, I'm in trouble, and my friend's probably dead. I don't like the tone of his voice at all. What does he mean she's been taken care of? Also, how am I still able to think straight if I'm slurring that hard? Oh, is that me? I'm pretty. Out front, a limousine is idling. Damon guides me into it despite my growing protests, and I can't help but collapse into the cushy seats. Oh no! Damien, this is wrong. I wanna go home. Kaylee! Don't worry, Espoir. I'm going to take good care of you. You won't want for anything as long as you obey me. Oh no! That sends my thoughts into a tailspin, but I'm not sure what to do, or what I even can do. Damien comes in after me and taps on the dividing screen. Take us home, Walter. I can feel the car start to move, and it occurs to me that I'm being kidnapped! It occurs to me that this isn't what I signed up for when I started talking to Damien. What happened to getting to know each other? Damien, please, quit it, man. This ain't cool. What you doing, brah? I'm taking you to your new home. You'll like it there. I promise.
What? Wanna go to my house and my PlayStation and my computer. I gotta go home and play more Yandere games. I gotta play more boyfriend games.
We're going there. Calm down. If you make a fuss, I might have to punish you first thing. And I don't want our relationship to start off that way.
Oh no.
He adjusts me so that my head is on his lap. I've never felt weaker or more helpless in my life. Terror makes me shake, even as Damien cards his warm fingers through my hair soothingly. Just let go, Espoir. All is well. And despite nothing being well, I can't help but give in to unconsciousness.
Oh no! I have been kidnapped by the hot, handsome man. Oh no!
Thanks for playing. Too bad it didn't end so well for you. Look forward to more on my Patreon in the upper right corner. If you would like to play this game for yourself, it's on the itch.io page. I have a link in the description, as long as I don't forget. And check out their Patreon, which I will also leave a link to, so you can get more on this game if you really, really like it. And as always, take care, have a good night, and remember, there's always hope. Even if you get kidnapped by a really handsome CEO, there's probably a way out of it. There's probably something you can do. Got a necklace you can't even take off. There's probably something you can do. If you enjoyed this kind of thing, then please consider supporting me on Patreon. But if you can't afford that, and trust me, I fully understand, then simply like the video, leave a comment, or subscribe so that Algorithm Senpai may notice me.